The recommendations in HICWA's Maternity Overview Report found a lack of clarity and national leadership within the HSE regarding the responsibility for implementing the National Maternity Strategy. Now, this strategy provides a framework for a new and better maternity service that will improve choice for women and ensure that smaller maternity units in particular are better supported to provide sustainability, high quality and safe care. It recommended that expansion of community and home-based care to ensure greater access to midwifery-led services in all geographical locations. Now, this was echoed in the Programme for Government, Our Shared Future, which committed to implementing the National Maternity Strategy, and indeed you, Minister Donnelly, in June 2019, while in opposition, brought a motion on national maternity services, which amongst other things called for progress to start in 2019 in all projects not yet commenced, and investment in community-based pathways to ensure choice for mothers. Yet, despite all these commitments and promises, midwifery-led services are still only available in 2 locations, Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital in Drogheda and Cavan General Hospital. And indeed, this was almost reduced to 1 MLU last year when the lack of clarity and national leadership within the HSE that was highlighted in the Maternity Overview Report was in evidence, when in total contrast to the recommendation of the National Maternity Strategy, there was an effort to subsume the excellent midwifery-led unit at Cavan General Hospital under a new consultant-led model of care. And it took a public backlash to halt this contradictory proposal and bring about a commitment to undertake a review of the maternity services at Cavan General Hospital, which eventually recommended that the MLU service be expanded. So the commitments and promises made by this government with regard to the expansion of midwifery-led services across all geographical locations must be delivered on, and women have waited too long for these commitments to be realised. And finally, there is growing public disquiet about the ownership and the governance and the ethos of the planned new National Maternity Hospital, and I believe there are many legitimate concerns about the implications of private ownership by a company with a religious ethos for the National Maternity Hospital. The site is to be leased to the state, but ownership will be retained by a private entity. And although the proposed facility can be expected to cost taxpayers over €1 billion, only the shell of the hospital will be publicly owned. The state is to have no involvement in the private company set to own the new facility, nor any role in its operations. So I have serious concerns regarding the potential impact for women's healthcare and services that this may have, and believe these should be provided in a publicly owned hospital. A public hospital and its grounds should be fully owned by the state and not a private company. So I support the motion.